Hi everybody, this is William, and I'm here at one of my favorite shrines. It's called the Pacific Ocean, and Fort Stevens State Park at the Peter Ardale shipwreck. I've been really troubled with the idea of what to come up with for this edition of the newsletter. There's been so much going on on so many different levels, between the horrible right-wing hate that's been developing, being allowed to surface, the lies in so many different areas, the fake science that's being assumed as fact, just so many things that we need to pay attention to. We need to call out for what they are. The xenophobia, the misogyny, the racism, the homophobia, I mean all of it that's just surfacing all over this country and the world. And the fake news sites that are believed over proven news sites, and not just in politics, I'm thinking in all kinds of realms. People tend to want to believe the sensational instead of the truth. Especially if the sensational fits a set belief people have. And how do we work with it? We need to call things for what they are. We need to not normalize the real horror that is developing in the world in so many places, including this country, led in part by this country. And at the same time, we need not contribute to the hate in the world. We need to contribute to the love and peace in the world. And I recorded an earlier video talking about some of this, and part of what I suggested in that is we listen to some of the others, the ancient ones, the elemental, however you want to call it, but there are some beings of wisdom. And I decided to follow my own advice on that and just open up a little bit. And some of the answers are to let go and let the peace come in. We clutter our minds and our lives with too much noise, too much information, even if it's reading it over and over again. Now, we need to be informed and as fully informed as we can be. I'm not saying not to be, but what I'm saying is get the information and then have the quiet time with the mind. Allow ourselves to process it, not emotionally, but reasonably, rationally, intellectually, and then come out with ways and objective ways to counter that which is wrong. Now that includes calling things for what they are, calling lies lies, calling bigotry and hate, not glossing over, not having nice terms, but looking at ways to build bridges and mend some fences and do some education instead of creating deeper and deeper divisions. I think that's one of the few ways we're going to let really humanity and democracy survive long on this planet. We have to stand up for what's right and stand against what is wrong, but we need to not be creating more diversity, if at all possible. I mean, not diversity, we need to be not creating more dissension. That's the word I wanted, if at all possible. And it's a difficult challenge, and it's one that means we need to get out of ourselves and out of our own comfort zone a lot of times, and we need to get out of an emotional mindset that can blind us to what we might really need to be doing and what other people might really be saying. So it's a complicated situation, but yet simplicity is the answer, if that makes any sense to anyone at all. I feel it inside. It's difficult to express it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, this part of the newsletter, and I hope the holidays coming up are good to you, and we will talk again soon.